So we're here with Rich Bailey over at Mountain Equipment. Rich,
Hello.
good to see you.
Yeah, been a while in person.
It has, in the same room. So we've got the Baltoro and the Trango down jackets here today. And I think, should we start off with just talking about what connects these two jackets?
Yeah, so they're two really quite different jackets in terms of the amount of insulation they offer, but they have this, the thing that links them is their construction. So they both use this sort of unique double layer offset baffle construction, which basically means that rather than a straightforward stitch through or box wall construction, it's normally one or the other, isn't it? This is essentially a stitch through construction, but with the baffles overlaid in such a way as to cover up the joints.
So you get the best of both worlds. You don't get that heat loss that you get in stitch through, but neither do you get that bulk maybe that you get through box wall.
That's exactly it. They are markedly warmer than a stitch through jacket, any stitch through jacket.
I mean, I know we're stood indoors right now, but they are pretty warm. So
yeah. And there's also, they have the added benefit that's sort of sandwiched in there as well. We have this reflective internal scrim as well, which helps to reflect heat back into the jacket. And what we found in testing is that actually makes really quite a noticeable difference in getting as much insulation as we can manage for fairly minimal weight, really.
So between the two, which one would you like to start off with?
Let's start off with the big one that I'm sweating in slightly on this warm day. So this is the Trango Jacket. So this is aimed really at pretty cold conditions. You know, I could easily imagine using this up to kind of 6,000 metres, that kind of stuff, fairly chilly trekking peaks. Equally, if you wanted one beefy jacket that you used, you know, for cold weather UK use and also for, you know, a bit of alpine climbing, that kind of thing, it would be a really good choice for all of that. Just to give you an idea of weight, you know, this is a size large. This is just over 700 grams, 730 grams, something like that. As I say, it kind of feels very much the warmth of a box wall jacket, but to move around in, to climb in, it just doesn't have that kind of slightly bulkier feel.
Because both actually are quite minimalist in the way that they feel. I mean, this is it's got almost a fit of a sort of jumper or fleece that's...
Yeah, so the Baltoro is just a little bit trimmer than this. I mean, you could still overlayer this over, you know, a shell or whatever else you were wearing if you were going kind of bigger alpine climbing or whatever in it. And you'll see from the pocket layout, you know, it's got the two hand pockets, we've got two chest pockets as well. And then inside, we've got two sort of drop pockets that you can get a water bottle in, and there's a zip pocket there as well. So for, yeah, kind of bigger trips, things like that, it's going to be a really good choice. And
I'm presuming hood next, because I know these are one of the things that you've always laboured on.
We always obsess over. So, yeah, we've worked really hard on these again. And this is a helmet-compatible mountain hood and a nice high collar as well, so you can get right inside that, and that construction carries on through to the hood. And the outer fabric, this is our 40 denier dry light loft fabric. It's a fabric we've used quite a lot over the years, simply because it works. It's got a 1500mm hydrostatic head, so very water resistant. Obviously not waterproof. The seams aren't sealed. But yeah, windproof, water resistant, and really packable as well.
So a lot of the features and the materials carry over to the Baltoro that I've got on here, but with a difference. You say the difference initially in the cut. What else has changed?
Yes, I mean, the Baltoro is really quite a different jacket, and I'd see this as much more of an alternative to the kind of skinny baffle jackets that you've seen everywhere in the last however many years. And as we all know, skinny baffle jackets are great in that they're light, they're packable, they're comfortable. You know, they get used in the mountains. Equally, they get used as almost as a kind of hoodie replacement, basically. The downside, as I'm sure most people have found, is that on a cold, windy day, they're actually not that warm. They're covered in seams, and it's through the seams that you're going to lose the heat. And a jacket like this is about 500 grams in a size large, so there's relatively little weight penalty compared to a pure stitch-through jacket, but it's vastly warmer.
It's actually designed with cold days in mind, and it's, well, whilst actually I was saying this does actually have an incredible cut. The fit is fantastic, and it has a lovely feel too, but with just a more badass purpose in mind.
Exactly. So if I was going, you know, ski touring on a cold day, you know, you're getting on a big summer alpine route, something like that, where you do need an extra bit of insulation, but it's got to be, you know, properly small packing and kind of easier to carry. This would be a great choice. It's going to pack far more of a punch than a, than a pure stitch through jacket.
And the hood that we've got?
Yeah, so it's a Mountain HC hood again, and this jacket uses dry light loft fabric, so the same kind of water resistance stats as this fabric, but it's a 20 denier fabric, so it's a little bit lighter. And you'll notice that as with the Trango, there's no seams on that hood, or very few seams, far fewer than in the main body of the jacket. And again, that just makes it a little bit more water resistant, basically.
So there's also a women's model available, isn't there?
There is, yeah, for both the Trango and the Baltoro. And all of the key features are exactly the same in terms of the fill, the construction, the fabrics, but obviously fit is, we completely start again with the fit on a women's product. So as you'll see on Laura, essentially the same jacket, but a dedicated women's design of that jacket.
And these should be out again for autumn winter 21.
Yeah, very shortly, autumn winter 21, and they're going to be really widely available. Yeah.
Brilliant. Thanks ever so much, Rich. Cheers.
Thanks, Rob.